Hi, the TAKful Creator here. Okay, let's get started. May God the Creator bless us. May God the Redeemer heal us. May God the Holy Spirit enlighten us. Give us eyes to see, ears to hear, and hands to do the work of God. Feet to walk the path of justice, and mouths to preach the good news. May the angel of peace, prosperity, love, abundance, guidance, and grace watch over us and lead us to the reign of God. Ashe. Okay, so there is some kind of planetary shift here, and this planetary shift is offering us just a little bit of information, because everything else needs to be seen through the eyes of the intended party. Okay, so what do we mean by that? Well, during this planetary shift, a lot of people are going to feel like they need a health aid. They're going to feel like they need a counselor, a therapist, someone to talk to. They're going to feel like they need a nurse, someone to assist them in kind of focusing on health and focusing on maybe not a doctor, but like a nutritionist, maybe a gym instructor, focus on realigning themselves to help their physical health, okay? Not only help their physical health, but to prepare them for the immediate or distant future, okay? So they're also in need of maybe readers, tarot card readers, to offer what this energetic shift will entail. Okay, what does the energetic shift mean to each individual sign? What does it mean to us as a collective? What does the energetic shift do as a society for us? Okay, now we can see that there's some kind of bad habits, the 666, that we're not seeing. How the bad habits are contingent with our spiritual life, right? And this Pisces energy of letting go of what no longer serves our highest self, right? Seeing that in order for us to accept new and we have to let go of old. Well, the Pisces season is usually the season for that, okay? Let go of any preconceived ideas that are not going to assist you in the grounding that is necessary to invent and idealize the future. And that's what Aries season's all about. Idealizing the future, brainstorming, figuring out theoretically how things can be maneuvered and how things can work. And Taurus season is how you put it into fundamental action, okay? So when we have this Pisces season of seeing what needs to be let go of, these bad habits, you have to understand the spiritual connection between your bad habits in the 3D and your bad habits in the 5D, okay? This can happen by, again, seeking out a counselor or therapist, one that is an enthusiast with spirituality or some kind of religion, or figuring out, someone who is well versed and maybe both of these to help you with your alignment during this planetary shift. Okay, so we're gonna jump into some cat tarot, right? We're gonna figure out here how our independence needs to be refocused, realigned, redefined. Woo! And we have quite a bit of messages. Okay, so let's see. Well, we have the King of Wands here. All right, so we have some of the minor arcana coming out. We have the King of Wands, who is in the upright, which is a great thing. All the seven is showing the connection to the ethereal. All right. Then we have the Emperor. Right, so we have the King of Wands. We can see this very dominant masculine energy that is showing up here in the reading. But we see that this masculine energy is not only dominant, they're prominent, they're higher vibrational. You can see that they're moving in an ascension type of fashion, right? During this planetary shift. It's not really regressive. It's not really a karmic cycle. We can say that we're speaking about a chosen energy. And last but not least, we have the Four of Wands here. Okay? Also part of the minor arcana. Okay, so let's see what this means to us. Well, with the Emperor, worn with the right attitude, even a cone of shame can be a crown, okay? So here we have the juxtaposition between the crown being on top of the head, right, on the crown chakra, and then the crown here being around the throat chakra, okay? So not only do you have to think and emanate a frequency of being high vibrational, but you also have to speak it out, okay? In a way that, you see the blue here, in a way that heals, in a way that grows. The throat chakra is baby blue. That is the color for the throat chakra. So I'm sure the artist probably knew that when creating this card. But it's like, you can see here that not only do they have the blue, they have a bit of green. There's like a green collar that the cat is wearing, right? And this green can symbolize a bit of luck. So in you healing, right, you having this healing frequency of using your throat chakra in a higher vibrational way, in a way that attracts manifestations in the positive, the way that attracts progression, and not only you but the people around you. You have a bit of luck there, okay? And this luck is not only going to be through the positive seasons, the luck is going to be through the dead seasons too. So that means that if you are speaking on healing for a positive, great. But if you're speaking on healing and to someone that was doing something negative and it might hurt their feelings, you're going to get a bit of luck there. It's going to assist them, even though it's not a positive thing that you're saying, they're still going to take it in a positive way, okay? So in the upright, the Emperor holds all the cards with absolute authority. After all, the cone only prevents the cat from biting itself. It's a protective measure from going through the same cycles again, okay? So when we're protecting our throat chakra, the throat chakra is what we allow the external to know. The external is an echoing of the internal, okay? So you're telling the world, this is the alignment that I have. Show me the alignment that I have, okay? But you don't want to express the alignment that you have in a way that hurts yourself. That's where the blue and the green comes into play, okay? The healing, and then the luck, the growth, the progression, so that your internal world, what you are offering to the external, is pushing you in a forward direction, not in a backwards direction, because that's where the pain will lie, that's where the hurt will lie, you going backwards, okay? The power must be used responsibly and seriously, okay? Why? Because self-control is the #1 factor of this Emperor card. The self-control, the self-mastery is what puts this energy in the upright, okay? At the top of the pentacles, okay? Once you master yourself, the rest of you will follow. That's what this planetary shift is pushing. It's pushing self-mastery. You seeing how you show up in the world. You seeing how the energy of the world is reflecting how you show up in the world. You seeing that these habits can be broken, and how these habits can be broken by seeing the connection between the physical and the spiritual, the material and the theoretical. And then you have this Pisces season of letting you know that you're ending the cycle. This planetary shift is you ending a cycle. You're about to move into a new cycle. But in order for you to do that, you have to remove what is no longer serving your highest good, so that you can have space for grace. You'll have the empty reservoir for the good and the abundance and the positivity and all the good to flow in, okay? So next we have this 4 of Wands here, okay? So we're moving from the major arcana to the minor arcana, right? So we know the massive lesson here is to be in the upright, okay? To emanate the upright. But then we see ways that this planetary shift is provoking this, okay? How? Well, the 4 of Wands has been said that, is one of the happiest cards in the minor arcana, okay? The key lies in sharing the pleasure and rejoicing the beauty together. That is the vocalization, okay? You're healing this part of you so that you can share it with the world in a way that only aligns with more positivity, an augmentation of greatness, an augmentation of all the good that you see, and letting it be shown around you. For example, this cat here is in the middle of a forest with all of these trees and limbs and greenery. Now, cats, they like to climb, and on top of liking to climb, they like creative ways of doing that. They like vibrance and a shift of vibrance. So you have like the short, colorful here, but then you have the long extension here. It is very reminiscent of like a cat's ideal playhouse, emanating the freedom, the grace, the confidence, and then the safety, because you don't see any other animals here outside of felines, you see this cat in the back, outside of energies that are just like it. It's like finding your soul family. So in this cat in the field with his soul family, it's like it is the ultimate. Okay, now it's in the upright. So honestly, what's not to love about it, right? Like, it's bountiful, as we can see. It's calm, it's stable, and it could be very symbolic of wealth in general. Okay, all the greenery, the vibrations of grass, and the vibrations of trees, and the vibrations of life that is out there, you know, living and thriving on its own, is unmatched, untouched. Okay, so we live in houses and stuff like that. We don't realize that a house has a lesser frequency than us going into the wild and sleeping next to a tree. Okay, sleeping next to that tree will offer us a lot more energetic upgrades, better rest, better peace, better mental, better, you know, just all the good stuff by just sleeping next to a tree, going camping, and being around the frequency of life. Okay, whereas a house is made of materials that are lower in frequency. Like if it's made from wood, it's dead wood, opposed to wood that is still thriving. If it's made from other materials, every material has a grade, and every material has its own molecular structure of vibration. Okay, so a desk vibrates at a different speed than a plant vibrates. Okay, now how can we tell this? Well, the chair, you don't have to do anything to it. In the next 20 years, the chair will still be a chair. Whereas the camera always shutting off. The only way for you to maintain a higher frequency is to practice daily. Right? Okay, a very clear example, right? You're only muscular if you're working out. The second you stop working out, your muscles will atrophy, and after a certain period of time, your muscles are not going to look how they did when you were in the gym every single day. Okay, so think of your ascension as a muscle. If you're not working out the muscle and feeding the muscle with the proper things, the frequency of the muscle, right, how big the muscle is, it's not going to be substantial unless you're putting forth that energy. Okay, so that's what it is with your ascension. Are you working out your brain? Are you working out your spirituality like you will work out your body to be a bodybuilder? Okay, that's what we're asking here. All right, now this card is not in the reverse, which is good. In the upright here, and we're still talking about this Four of Wands. You know, it's a symbol of celebration. Okay, now the celebration is a reward, a togetherness with your loved ones, with your soul family, but realize it's still a solo journey. Although you're around them, you're being rewarded singularly for your singular works. Okay, by you making sure that you are the best you're making sure the environment for the people that are around you, your soul family, is the best. Okay, and then what ends up happening? This King of Wands, vibe, right? Now, what do we mean by that? Well, the King of Wands is the leader of everything, right? Strong, powerful, ambitious, experienced. They are the ultimate leader. Why? Because they've mastered themselves. They've mastered pure alignment with all of their chakras, and because they've mastered this pure alignment, making sure that their internal world is a reflection of their external world, their soul family gets to live in bliss. Now that they understand what they need to do to make sure that their soul family lives in bliss, they are actively showing others, teaching others, emanating that by walking in action so other people can learn and thrive from that. That's beautiful. It's great. We have it in the upright. And I kind of like embellished the card myself by drawing a crown on top of the cat's head, to note that there's crowns on the curtain, right? So the curtain is there to shield the light. The curtain is there to offer anyone in the house the ability to offer, to allow, as much good light or space, which would be like closing the curtain, right? They have the ability to control it, how much light they let into the house. Now realizing and letting this light into the house is where the crowns are. The crowns, and this pink is confident. It's like you are the controller, right? You control the light that is being shown in people's life. You are the shield. If the light is too much and it's hurting them, you're able to dial it back and only offer them enough for them to reach their own pinnacles, right? And that's where the crown is. It's meant for you to shine in a light that is royal and regal. It's not for you to be the jester. It's not for me to make an example out of anyone. It's so that you can see what a divine leader is and how they help people humbly and gracefully. Don't want anything in return. Is for your own benefit. And then look at how enjoyable it is when the environment helps you in the way that's best for you. Okay? So, you know, with this card, you know, generally, if you're listening to this reading and this is the energy that you're a part of, just know that you were born to lead. But the time to act is right now during this planetary shift. Okay, you may lead all the time, you may take control of all the time, take control of things, take control of business ventures, of people, whatever the case is, leading them. But don't hesitate to take advantage of all the opportunities that you're offering to other people too, because that's going to give you even more leadership skills, even more leadership capabilities for the next group of people that you have. Okay, so during this planetary shift, you're reaching ascension. You're reaching the highest levels that you can reach. But that is only in the category you're focused on right now. Because this is the end line of your category, and then you're going to embark on something new, something that you can only get into once this stuff is mastered. Okay, so I'm here to give you your beginning kudos. Congratulations on your ascension. But don't think of this like you get a break. This is like high school going into college, like or college undergrad going into grad. Like, this is not a time for you to overly celebrate yourself. It's a time for you to digest the rewards, enjoy the rewards, but also set yourself up, prepare yourself for your next venture. Okay, your next feat, because you are now the leader. You are no longer a follower, yet you need to be a good follower in order to lead. Okay, that's where this is. Did you do everything that you needed to do as a follower? Did you learn all the things you needed to learn as a follower? Now let that go, because now you're moving in strictly leadership vibes. You can't follow anybody. You can only advise and push. So if you're advising and pushing, just know the frequency that you're going to be at is higher than everyone else around you. But people are not going to act like that with you. People are going to act like you're the same frequency as them, because that's the only way you can assist them. But just know your frequency is higher than them. That's the only way that you can be offered this dynamic, this shift. Okay, so, you know, I wish us all the best. I wish us all luck. I'll see you soon. And until the next, oh my gosh, congratulations. Welcome to the fam. Okay. Email me. All right. Okay.